I am back. I am back for another live recap. Give me a few seconds, y'all. I just need to share some things on my social media platforms real quick. So give me a quick second, please. And I'll be back. Hey y'all, hey, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Okay, I got it up there. All right, perfect. I think my computer froze. All right, so I just wrapped up the Love and Mayor Huntsville as well as the Bill Collective. So if you guys are jumping into this live and you haven't seen that one, that's fine. You can catch it once this one's over. So we'll go ahead and get into Married to Medicine. Okay, so y'all know we had Dr. Damon party that Dr. Heavenly went through. Toya is on one. Toya been drinking. She been having Patron. She done had crab legs. She done had some other drinks or whatever. So y'all know how Toya gets. She already loud in general, okay? But she got even louder because she tired of these mother ladies being fake and everything like that, okay? So she decides to go walk off and yell at the guys, okay? She walks off. She yell at the guys about their wives. And Curtis over there like, what the going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just so confused by everything. And so Eugene has to pull Toya to the side, go have a conversation with Toya because Toya's just loud and yelling, and it was a lot. But I must say, I love the men of this show for the most part. Now, y'all know Curtis had a hiccup, and Dr. Jackie took him back or whatever. But even then, I love how the guys really don't be in that mess and that drama. They really just, it's always a good time for the most part when it comes to the guys. So I really like the guys of this show. So meanwhile, back over there with all the other ladies, Heavenly brings up Jackie. She brings up Jackie and Simone's friendship. She wants to talk to them about it. Simone tells her, listen, she's really talking to Jackie. Like, I was disappointed because we've been friends for like 20 years or so. And you told me that your relationship with the Dr. Heavenly is just as important or whatever, or is as equally important as mine. And that hurt her. That was a problem for her. Because of the history of the relationship. I don't know, maybe when she said that it was other things going on around the situation of the friendship. I feel like it could have been more to it than just that statement. I don't think that statement alone is what made her feel away, because maybe that friendship is as equal. Like, you know, I have my friend, my son's godmom. We've been friends since 8th grade. And I have my new friend, you know, that I've met here in Atlanta that I've known for 5 years. So it's like, both of those friendships to me are just as equally important. One isn't over the, you know, more important than the other. But thank God, I think my best friend from 8th grade, like, she's such a staple in my life that she just don't get offended by no other friends. Like, it just doesn't really affect her. Like, she's not a jealous person or anything like that. So it just doesn't, it don't bother her. But for me, I want to believe that that's not the case with Simone. I feel like it was a bigger situation than what Simone was saying, just than just that statement. Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. So yeah, so that those are my thoughts on that. So Simone thought that, like I said, the length of the friendship was more important than the newfound friendship that she has with Heavenly. On top of the fact that she just don't like Heavenly, and I don't really blame her on that, but I'm gonna skip to it while it's on my mind. I don't understand how she can go and have a sit down with Heavenly before she had to sit down with her friend that she's been friends with for years. But let's move on. So Jackie says that, yeah, you're right. We've been through a lot. And please know that, I hurt as well, and my issue was that you did not correct Buffy when all of that stuff happened last year. And Simone says that she did. She was telling Buffy, like, that's not how Jackie is. She's not that type of person. You got to see her differently. All she really had her back when it came down to Buffy. But my thing is this. I don't remember everything, but I remember what they showed when they were at the table. And I do feel like Jackie was wrong when it came to Buffy and her fertility issues. I do feel like Jackie was very insensitive for her to have been through the same situation. She was very insensitive. I think last year, if I can recall, I could be wrong, y'all, because I ain't seen the season in a minute. But didn't Jackie open up and speak out on Buffy's fertility issues, and Buffy didn't even want to talk about that? And Jackie spoke on her fertility issues without her permission. So it's like, you wouldn't want that yourself. So why? Like, you was wrong. Jackie was wrong. But I think it was just that you're my friend at the end of the day. So, I mean, I don't know. They both probably just mad over some shit that ain't even that serious, to be honest. But one second, let me see what the comments say real quick. Portia Kayla, Buffy and Mariah have both gotten into it with Jackie and Simone didn't choose sides. Yeah, I don't think she needed to at all. So, I mean, I don't know. Y'all. It's a little hazy. And then on the top of it, it still makes me feel like it's deeper than that, because if y'all been friends for 20 plus years, I feel like it's been an accumulation of things that has pissed Simone off, and she hasn't said anything about it. And then now they get to a place and it's like, I ain't her no more. And then you start recalling all these instances when you feel like a person was shady to you, or wasn't operating in your best interest. And sometimes that's not even the case. Sometimes it's just you created in your own head, and you discount the fact that those people probably were going through things themselves. But it just makes me think it's something bigger than it, and they just, I don't know why they using this, but I don't know. I think they should be able to come back together without a problem, because being friends for this long, y'all sisters. Y'all not just friends at this point. Y'all been there with each other through marriages. I think they even went to school together. They had to study together. Getting y'all doctorates together, opening y'all practices together, y'all husbands together. Like, it has been y'all, like, everything, the medical scares, the parents, the passing of the parents. Like, y'all have been through so much shit that this should not be that big of a deal that y'all can't come back together. But like I said, I just think deep down inside, Simone also just did not like Heavenly with a passion, and and for that person to be the quote unquote alleged best friend to your best friend, I think that's hard for her to stomach. Carla Jr., Jackie was very wrong for that. Very, very wrong for that. Simone is good for holding grudges. Yes, she is, but they only get older. And you would think with them working in the time of COVID that they would reconcile sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? Like, move past that stuff sooner than later. But I mean, I guess try. All right. So then Heavenly asked Simone if she's ever said anything derogatory about Jackie. Simone said, would I say anything derogatory about my friend? I said, yes, Simone, because that's what the Heavenly does. Heavenly is derogatory towards her friends and when they turn her enemies. Because she done turned on quiet a few times. And it seems like that's just the nature of their friendship. And I don't want no friendship like this. Okay? I don't want no friendship where we cool and I gotta go home and be like, this whole just, I know the fuck. No. Okay? Now we joke on each other, that's the nature of our friendship. Cool. But if not, hell no. Because Heavenly only hits for the gut. Like, she likes to go low. Okay? She likes to go very low. And I also think with Heavenly, she don't want them to be friends for real. In my opinion, I think Heavenly enjoyed being in the middle of them. Unless I see something different that, as the season plays out, I think Heavenly enjoys being in the middle of them ladies. She don't want them to be friends for real. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the comments. Thank you. Y'all make sure you guys hit the like button as well. If you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit the like button. I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so then Simone goes back, so first Simone walks off because she was really frustrated. Okay, she walks off. Then she goes back over to sit down and had a conversation. She lets Heavenly know, like, girl, listen, I want you to understand, I am not blaming you for the breakdown between me and my bestie. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Bitch, it do got something to do with her. Fuck her. Okay. But we understand she's trying to move forward with Heavenly. But again, I don't understand how you can move forward with this BIT you've only known for a few years, but you can't move forward with a person that you've known for 20 some years. So, okay, that's fine. That's what you want to do, honey. Simone goes on to tell Heavenly things went downhill with them two when she started posting those tweets about her husband, or having that Twitter beef back and forth. And Heavenly said, yeah, because he came at me wrong. And Simone says, yeah, he'll get with you. And Heavenly says, what? But see, BIT, that's the thing. No man should get with a woman. I agree on that. You know what I'm saying? He should have stayed out of women's business or whatever. Now, granted, Heavenly did take a shot at Cecil about talking about how he didn't have no job and all this other stuff. But granted, I don't think that's when the breakdown happened as far as the Twitter thing. I think it happened before that, which caused Heavenly to do all these tweeting and things that she did. And then here we are. But yeah, I think it was I think things happened before that, and I don't think that Cecil really should have said anything to her. But Heavenly think that she could just say whatever she wants, and that ain't nobody gonna check or say shit to her. And that just gets on my mother nerves. So those two ladies start arguing. Okay. And Simone was just like, listen, girl, I'm gonna say some things about Damon. I'm gonna say some things about Damon, and you ain't gonna like it. I'm gonna say some things about him, honey. And then Heavenly, I think Heavenly called Simone a dirty ass with your dirty ass or something like that. And I'm like, see, Heavenly, this is why Mariah was about to whoop your mother ass, girl. This is why you was gonna get your ass beat. Okay. And I mean, I really hate that Mariah is not on the show, and I don't think she'll ever be returning, considering the situation that's going on with, I don't know if there is a lawsuit or whatever, but, calling the network out for their unfairness or whatever, or discrimination. So I don't think she'll be back, but I really hate that. I'm waiting for them to bring somebody on the show that's going to get with Heavenly. If you ain't going to bring Mariah back, y'all need to bring somebody that's going to get with her. Because she gets on my fucking nerves. Let me see what the comments say real quick, because this whole Portia Kayla, I know a lot of people don't care for Heavenly, but people should watch her reviews. She gives a full breakdown of the scenes. I may try that. I feel like I did watch some of them last season, because I think she even had Funky Dineva on some of them. So I think I watched them, but I still don't like her full breakdown or no full breakdown. I don't like Heavenly. Portia Kayla, according to Heavenly, Cecil constantly said things on Twitter about her. I did hear she said that she said she thought it was Simone, but I think Cecil got flower hurt because of the shit she was saying on TV in those confessionals. She lean Heavenly is so enjoying Simone and Jackie break up. Yeah, she's definitely enjoying it. I think so. I think she is. My opinion. So let's move on to Contessa. Contessa asked, why am I always the person that has to play like the security guard or something like that? She said, y'all gonna have to start paying me. And I'm like, Contessa, it's because you get your big body up there in the middle of everything. Sit your ass down. How about that? Just sit down. Get out the way. Ain't nobody asked you to stand up and separate them. Let somebody else do it for a change then, since you don't want to be in the middle all the time. Go sit down. Girl. Okay, so that was that. Simone and Anila, they all hop in the van because that's where Eugene got Toya. Toya's trying to figure out what's going on. And Simone's crying. Simone's talking about Heavenly, how Heavenly's so full of shit. And she's such a liar and all this other stuff. And I believe it. I do. That's all Heavenly has shown me. So I definitely believe everything Simone's saying about this lady. So Toya and the boys, Toya at the house with the boys trying to homeschool them and stuff. Toya ain't trying to do none of that. Okay. Toya out here ghetto as hell, out here trying to live like a rich white woman, period. And living like one. that's what Toya out here doing, living like a whole rich white woman. She ain't trying to sit up here and teach these kids shit. Okay, she's trying to go play tennis, go over there and do a little bit of yoga, swim in the pool. Okay, she's trying to enjoy her life while her man out there breaking his back. And if he ain't complaining, who the hell is she? Because I probably won't be complaining either. So she talks to her boys about pulling them out of their old school, putting them into a new school, because the old school did not have enough Black children at that school. So now she's decided to send him to a school with more Black children. And they're going to be paying $50,000 a year, from my understanding, because it's $25,000 per child. And then tell the kids not to waste her money. That ain't, girl, that's your decision. What you mean telling them not to waste your money? You already wasting it. What school they going to anyway? That costs $50,000. I'm just so confused, because she wanted them, I guess, to have more Black kids and wanted them to learn more about their history. Girl, news, flash, none of these mother schools teach you enough about Black history. Okay, they spend more time taking the shit out of textbooks than they do putting it into the textbooks. So anything a teacher gives them is at their own free will and off book. But you sitting over here paying all that money and trying to use that as an excuse as to why you're sending them to a new school and paying more money. But okay, then, if that's what you want to do, then girl, that's your money. Good luck. Portia Kayla, I don't like Mariah, but I think Bravo were being shady by bringing in the new cast member, and it's not right. I agree, because I do believe they're Indian, and I'm like, she's a cute knockoff, but Mariah would have did just fine. She would have done just fine. And I'll be honest, I don't like to see Quad back. I love the fact that she's not a part of the main cast. I'm hoping we don't see her a whole lot. But when Lisa Nicole Cloud comes back, we're going to start seeing Quad. And I just don't think that it's really fully fair for Quad. Like, why is Quad on the show? And Quad ain't, like, Mariah created the show. So whether these ladies like her or not, the ladies couldn't stand Kenya over at Real Housewives of Atlanta. And at one point, they couldn't stand Nene. So it's like they still were able to be a part of the show, whether they created the show or not. So it's like, why can't the creator? And a lot of people say, oh, Mariah's not on the show because a lot of people don't like her. The cast don't like her. And what the fuck? Them hoes won't have no job had it not been for her. What do you mean? What? So get to like me. What you talking about? Let's go. What you talking about? What's the issue? Just because somebody don't like somebody, that shouldn't be enough that they shouldn't be on the show no more. Because we have to sit up here and watch a lot of people that we don't like. So I don't understand the full reason as to why she's not on the show. So I mean, I would like to know what the hell going on, but they showed it as per bag. But okay. What's it? That new couple is complete shade to Mariah after stealing her idea. Okay. Hello? I thought it was $5K per child. You said I thought paying $5K per child was a lot. Okay, I didn't even know it could get them. I'm like, girl, with them prices, you might as well go and put them in college. Okay, go ahead and let them take the GED test now. Okay, let them go sit down for the PSAT or whatever they're gonna do, and go ahead and hightail these children right over here to college if you're gonna pay that much money. That's a lot. But I get they can afford it, honey. So either way, honey, good luck. So Contessa and her man, they're going to be opening up their own doctor's office together, which I think is really great, really dope. However, I am a bit concerned because of their history within their marriage, with their arguing and lack of communication between each other. I'm afraid they're going to show that in the doctor's office. I would hate to see that. I would hate. That would be tough to work with your mate and they don't piss you the hell off the night before and you got to go into work. Okay. And then act like everything cool or whatever like that. I hope it works out for them because they are a bit shaky within their marriage already. So her husband said that at first he didn't want them to do therapy. Of course, you could tell that editing cut off his audio, but I'm believing that he is probably saying like we need to go back and get therapy. They're both saying that they need to work on, them as a couple and their marriage, prior to opening up this location. So hopefully they can get on one accord. I used to love Contessa. But I feel like Contessa's going to get on my mother's nerves this season. Something about that, something about it. It's like, I think I'm not going to like Contessa this season. I think it probably was the conversation she was having with her husband. Talking to him and asking him, are we going to work on us? And he's like, yeah. She's like, what does that mean? What does that mean? I'm like, what else do you want him to say? What else do you want him to? Yes, he said yes. Y'all going to work. Hell, he the one that brought it up. What is the problem? So I don't know about Contessa, y'all. We just gonna see how they go. I don't know. So we see Funky Dineva head over to Heavenly's office. Now, what I do like is that they are showing Heavenly in her dentist office more. It seems like we're gonna get that next episode as well because she's been on this show, but we haven't seen her in her office as much. working on her actual clients. So that's good that we're gonna be able to see that. So I'm looking forward to that. So she went and she helped Funky, get his grill and stuff together. So that's all good. But that's I as much as I don't like Heavenly, I like to really see her in that dentistry field, because that's one thing you can't take away from her. She be moving around that office like she know exactly what's what, and she should, because she's the dentist, right? So I hope we do get to see more of that with her, because I really can't recall, because I really can't recall the last time we really got to see Heavenly in her office doing some actual dentistry. Okay, we've been seeing her mouth move, but we ain't been seeing like her and her mother in the office. But okay, so we get to meet the new wife, which is Anila, and I hope I said that right. She's Indian or whatever. Her husband is a plastic surgeon. They met some years back, got 2 kids, a little boy, a little girl, cute little kids. She used to be like a financial analyst for a fragrance or something company, or some big time analyst or whatever. And she ended up marrying him. She didn't have to work because he made all the money, but she found some enjoyment in becoming a blogger. So she blogs about her life pretty much. She's Indian, she's a mom, and stay at home mama with a nanny or whatever. She like cute clothes and all this stuff. So she do what she do, and blogging works for her. So okay, it was nice to meet her. They're talking about how for 2 months they took a hard hit with the doctor's office due to the pandemic and stuff. And some part of me, I didn't give a damn. She was over here like, are you going to be able to recoup that? Oh my gosh, this is so hard. I did not give one fuck about her sitting up here talking about how hard the pandemic has been for her. Bitch, do you know how hard it was for some people before the pandemic? And you over here talking about how hard it is. You get a little bit of this and you complaining. Girl, and you probably still got more than some of these people out here. Girl, I didn't give a damn about none of she was talking about. I was like, get Mariah 2.0 off. Get her out. We done. What else going on? She probably gonna be real good, a good addition. But I didn't care nothing about what she was talking about in that scene. We could have did without it. So we move on to Simone. Simone's youngest son has graduated college. Okay, he's about to head off to Cleveland, Tennessee. He's going to school up there. Got a full scholarship or whatever. She's doing a celebration in the parking lot of her office, and just skip to the shit, right? Let's just get to the shit. Toya comes, and I believe Toya asked her about Jackie, like she invited Dr. Jackie. She didn't. I think that was fucked up. That's just I think that, like, if me and my son's godmom were not cool, I still would invite her to his graduation. I don't care what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know if Jackie is her son's godmom, but I do know Jackie delivered that baby. Delivered him when he was a child. So she's been there all his life. And for most of the milestones in his life. So when he finally graduates high school, which is a really big deal, and he's off to college, you mean to tell me she couldn't even stop by for 5 minutes to see him off? I don't think that was cool. And that's something she'll never get back. And I just think that right there, I don't know what kind of grudge that was, but that shit was fucked up. In my opinion, I just think that was so fucked up. That was just trifling. I wouldn't do that. Like, I didn't even know, like, my son's my best friend, I didn't even know she was mad at me. And when my son's birthday came, she still sent him some money. And then I found out like a few weeks later she was mad. I was like, bitch, I didn't even know you were mad. Girl, all you do was call me, what the hell you talking about? I ain't know shit. I wasn't thinking about your goddamn ass. So know you were goddamn mad. But all in all, like, it doesn't affect my child. So it's like, I don't think that was cool. Y'all been friends too long for some shit like that. That's just that was whack. Okay, y'all made too much money to ever do that. That was whack. So Jackie is at the house. She done pulled up to the house. First of all, this house is gorgeous. Now, this does not, by in no way, shape, or form, look like the same house that Jackie was in last year. And I know she was getting some things built out and stuff, but I was like, yeah, this is Jackie got a coin. Jackie got a coin, okay? And that's why Curtis really didn't leave it. He got his shit together, okay? That's what that is. She done opened up this new office building she done built. Okay, got all of that together, and then redid her house. I said, baby, Jackie doing something right with that money. She got a coin. I was like, you better go ahead. So she stand down, talk to him. They're eating dinner and stuff. And she brings up the fact that she wasn't invited. She brings up the friendship and everything, and she's still hurt by that. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. She should be hurt, because I just think that was some fucked up. Like, I would have still pulled up. Fuck that shit. If I knew where it was, I would have still put, girl. Okay, I would have still pulled up. Okay, nothing. but death can keep me from it. My kid died. I would have been right up there. Okay, seeing my niece and nephew, girl, you can be mad all you want to. You can hold all your grudges and go over there. That's what you can do. I would have still pulled up on her. Damn that. Feel how you want to feel after I leave. That's what you can do. But anywho, so Simone goes over to sit down with Heavenly, and this is what was confusing to me, because it's like, how dare you sit down with a woman you said you'll never with again, but you can't go sit down with your best friend that you have all this history with. I do not understand that. The very woman that you felt was coming in between you and your best friend, the very woman that you felt like your best friend felt that her friendship with her was just as equal as yours with her. And I just think that why is that so easy for you to do, to go and sit down with Heavenly, than it is for Jackie? That shit makes no sense to me at all. But okay, they sit down, they talk. Jackie, Simone tells her, like, girl, it started with the Twitter. Simone keeps going to Twitter. Heavenly said, listen, I'm going to go further back than that. I'm going to go further back, and I'm not going to go back no more. Okay, it started with the Mariah situation when Mariah alleged she had some receipts. Okay, Mariah said, fuck with me, you know I got it. Okay, I got receipts on Damon, honey. Do you want me to bring them out? She felt as though Heavenly felt as though Simone was siding with Mariah, and she felt as though she actually took enjoyment out of it. And what's her name? Simone pretty much kind of like denied it in a sense, and just said it was just a lot of stuff going on, so she can understand why Heavenly would feel that way. But that's not, what it was. Heavenly goes on to apologize to Simone. I don't even know if Simone apologized to Heavenly, but Heavenly also said that she's no longer going to apologize because she's done that. She's just going to show her with her actions moving forward. Heavenly brings up Jackie and how they need to talk. They need to have a conversation, and someone says that she's open to that. And I'm like, girl, you should have been open to that before you even pulled up to have this conversation with Heavenly. So those are my thoughts. We're just going to see. I think they may get back on one accord. I don't understand why the grudge is so strong. Maybe because she had such higher expectations. She had Jackie on a higher pedestal than she has Heavenly. But, girl, I say just don't talk to your friend, girl. It ain't got to be that deep. It don't got to be that deep. But that's all I have on Married to Medicine. So I'm going to take a break real quick. Give you guys a few minutes to like the video, share the video. And I'm going to get into Real Housewives of Atlanta. And you guys can timestamp this as well. Agree. Mariah not being there doesn't make sense. Yeah, I hate that she's not there. That like really kills me. I hate she's not there. I love watching rich women spend money and live lavish, but I'm sick of Toya telling us how much she spends. It screams new money. It does. And then she be mad at Simone when Simone say, what Simone told her that time? Are you with your raggedy broke ass? Oh, okay. She be all mad and stuff at Miss Simone, honey. Too funny. Okay, let's move on over to Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right, y'all. So it's a rainy day. Y'all know that Cynthia's wedding is about to take place, but she wasn't able to have the rehearsal like she wanted. So everybody's at her house, all her family. Girl, I'm like, ooh, COVID all through here, ain't it, honey? Just all up and through this house. So she got everybody there. They got their masks and stuff on. You could tell on Cynthia's face, she is exhausted and she is stressed the fuck out. You could just tell. And I'm like, girl, if I don't even, do I want to plan it? I probably won't want to have shit. First of all, I wouldn't even have, that's probably why she's stressed out. I want to have as many people as Cynthia had in my wedding. My shit would be very intimate for the most part. I wouldn't be having probably 20 mother people. Like, that's how private it would be. Like, I wouldn't be doing all that. But if I were to do something big like that, I wouldn't even want to be a part of planning or having anything. Girl, just give me the date and time. Just execute what it is that I said and just let me go. Because the way she looks stressed the fuck out. So moving on, Eva showed up. So y'all know Eva came. And it seemed like Eva was mic'd. Because Eva had a whole lot to say. And I'm like, okay, so y'all done put a mic on Eva, but Eva ain't on the show. I guess we could take it because Mel and her sister ain't on the show, and she appeared to have a mic or whatever. So Candy arrived. Kenya arrives. All the bridesmaids are outside chatting it up. Not Mel, but Mal. So her sister Mal comes outside to see what the lady's talking about. You know what's going on. Mal really wants to know about these blogs. She wants to know what was going on in the blogs. Eva wants to know what's going on in the blogs as well. Kenya did confirm that some things indeed happened. There were some things that definitely happened. Like Tanya allegedly was kissing all on Portia and doing all this stuff, feeling up, rubbing up, touching up on Portia. She brought that up. Kenya said, I don't know what happened with Shamia. I guess the mistress of the night could tell you what was going on. Candy immediately comes to Shamia's defense and says that, Shamia, I don't think she had anything to do with that. Candy says that, no, Eva calls Candy out, and she's just kind of like, really, both of them. She's like, why are y'all not so forthcoming with the tea? Like, what is it? Y'all ain't never been like that, but now all of a sudden y'all are trying to like be careful to not call people out or whatever. And Cynthia says that she is so tired. She don't want to talk about Bolo. Cynthia says she don't want to talk about Bolo no more. And I don't blame Cynthia because Cynthia is really, she's just tired. She's just exhausted. So Kenya tells Candy that she sees Candy trying to have her back during all of this. And I think she was trying to be sarcastic. But Candy says the reason she ain't been saying that is because she don't want to ruin Tanya's relationship or whatever. She don't want to do all that. So Tanya did it on her own, so it ain't like you doing it. That's on her. Kenya says that she's not trying to ruin nobody else's relationship either, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying, don't leave me with my penny down on the ground, girl. Don't leave me hanging out like that. Don't do that, okay? Just have my back. That's all I'm asking. Because if the roles were reversed, y'all would be eating me alive. Period. I believe it. I feel like if the roles were reversed, they definitely would be called. Y'all be coming for Kenya about her about her hair and about her booty, especially Marlo. So I know motherfucking well y'all would be coming at her if she was over here having sex, with somebody. And a lot of people are saying, if you want to have sex, if you want to do this or that, that's their business. They can do that. They can do that. True. You can. I think Candy even said that. Candy says that she doesn't think people should be shamed for what they want to do sexually. I agree. Whatever you want to do, you can do what you want to do sexually in your bed, in your home. But here's the difference for me. In your home, in the privacy of your own motherfucking space, okay? Not at work, not in a space with all these motherfucking people, okay? Especially if it was a couple trip, understood. We know y'all may get it in, whatever. Things that are understood. Bringing a stripper to the house, it's not understood that y'all finna fuck. It's understood he finna strip, but not that y'all finna fuck. Okay, so you operated outside of the realms of what was expected, and you got to deal with the consequences about it. Okay, and I don't care nothing. I'm sorry, I used to love me some Portia, but I don't care nothing about it. Portia has walked around and told a whole rumor on Candy, a whole rumor that she heard from somebody else. So now when it's time for Kenya's turn to get that ass, okay, for some shit that you actually did, or at least let me say Candy's turn to get that ass, okay? Because Candy is the one that told Page 6, her and her crew, okay? Especially the way the cameras kept cutting to Candy. It is what it is, okay? What goes around comes around, and it appears to come around in a different fashion, and you just can't take. And that's what that is. So I have no sympathy at all, okay? Ain't got nothing to do. You knew what you was doing, so you was proud when you was in there doing it. And you was proud when you was in there doing it with who all you was doing it with. Okay, and who all was outside that room hearing. So I want you to have that same energy on the outside with the public. That's what I want you to do. Okay. Let me go to these comments real quick. Even by saying I don't want to ruin Tanya's relationship is saying something happened. 1000% true. And that's what I'm saying. Like Candy, people be thinking Candy's so motherfucking slick. They be thinking she be so cool. Like, no. Candy is not at all. You have to be smart enough to do dirt in front of people you don't care about. Girl, but we talking about Portia now. Yikes. So let's move on. So Shamia decides to host a night in Nice or something like that. A night in Nice or whatever, girl. A night of the Nieces. How about that? That's what Shamia decided to do. So of course, Portia arrived on time for this. Cause she ain't mind being there. Okay. She didn't expect to be ridiculed at all until Miss Toya ass arrived. So Drew was there and Marlo were there. So they all, hanging out, all that good stuff. And eventually, Toya arrives. But Portia is worried about seeing Dennis at the wedding. She says that it's uncomfortable because they're watching everybody else get married. But I don't think that's uncomfortable at all. Like, I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't see that. What do y'all think? I don't think that's uncomfortable. So you was gonna get married, and then now you not getting married, and then you going to hang out and all this other stuff. Like, you going to watch somebody else that get married. It is what it is. Like, I don't know. I don't see that being uncomfortable. You should have been uncomfortable sleeping with him sooner than what you needed to and getting pregnant and not knowing him. Okay, you picked the wrong time to try to be uncomfortable, but good luck. Okay, so Marlo is questioned about her post that she made where it was a hashtag, it wasn't me. So the ladies feel as though she's been connecting with Kenya and they're on this whole hashtag movement or whatever. Because Kenya also posted something that said hashtag wasn't me. Now, Marlo says, she tries to explain it and she says, well, the reason why I did that, first of all, Marlo was giving us bullshit. That's number one. Marlo says the reason why I did that was because my nephew, he's so privy to social media, and he asked me what all was happening. And I had to let them know, like on social media, that hashtag it wasn't me because of the impression I was putting off on him. So you so worried about the impression you giving to your nephew about an alleged sexual act that did not supposedly happen, or let's say this wasn't even seen, but you can take off your motherfucking top and run around on camera and think that your nephew not gonna ask you it's about that shit too. Oh, okay then, Marlo, girl, you full of shit. Have a seat. Okay, but Marlo tried to tell them, like, what a coincidence. It's just like a coincidence, just like both of y'all were thinking girls just want to have fun. Well, it's kind of like that. It's like the same thing. But I tell you this though, if I don't tell you anything else, Kenya is still unblocked. Kenya's still on block, but Portia, you're not gonna dictate who I'm friends with, and that's just that, honey. I'm Marlo. I'm in charge of that. I don't run behind anybody. I do what it is that I want to do, and you're gonna have to deal, okay? And that's just simple. And I'm like, okay, then, girl. I can appreciate her checking Miss Portia on that. You're not gonna dictate shit over here, okay? Now Shamia may be running up all up in your, but that's gonna be Shamia. And let me say this: why I got Shamia name in my mouth. I want Shamia to shut the hell up. I do. I really like Shamia. I like seeing her get a confessional finally after all these years. But I wanted Shamia to shut up because I feel like if Portia is there to speak for herself, let Portia speak. Now, when Portia ain't there and you want to speak up for her, cool. But you ain't got to be all in her lap. And before she can speak, you over here opening up your mouth. Shut up. Let her say her piece first. You out here heavily defending her. I can't wait till it comes a time when we see if she gonna have your back and defend you. Because we know Portia don't really do that too well, but okay. So Portia goes on to say that Kenya has hired some help to get Marlo to do her dirty work. She's trying to say that, Marlo is running up under Kenya's ass. And I'm just like, well then, Portia, tell me. Okay, and it's so crazy, y'all, because I used to really love Portia, but over the last season and this season, I'm starting to like, it's not the same for me anymore. And it's like, Portia, I want you to tell us what it was like for you to run up Nene's ass, because you was the main one trying to ice her out at one point. Remember that? And then you ran to her. It's been so hard without you. Okay, so tell me and tell America how it was for you to run up her. We'll be waiting. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So let's see. Oh yeah, I went through that. Shamia always went through that. So they play a few games on the jingle board or whatever. Toya finally comes, okay? Toya immediately comes in and starts talking that BS about Bolo. Immediately start talking about the BS about Bolo. And so Shamia's like, girl, did Kenya tell you to ask her this or what? Because you just coming in here talking about this and ain't nobody ask you none of this information. You just giving us information ain't nobody asked you about. And so Toya then goes on to tell her about how she thinks Kenya leaked it, and Kenya's been saying that she's heard certain sounds coming from the room and all of this other stuff. And Portia is continuing to say that, it's not true. So then Toya says, well, let's change the subject or whatever. And Drew said, oh, so now you want to change the subject, you know? And she says, yeah, we can change the subject because I really don't care. Like, I really don't. Like, it's not that serious for me, you know? I really don't care. And then Drew said, no, but you do care because you was the main one telling me that it was inappropriate for me to be dancing all on Bolo. And then Toya says, yeah, because you also said that I didn't care anything about marriages and stuff. So I feel like it was inappropriate for you to be out there dancing all on a stripper or whatever. And then Drew said, well, girl, see, that's why your husband out here trying to cancel your mother. Okay. And then Toya tells her, and that's why your marriage is struggling. Drew and motherfucking Toya was going at it, and I really love me some Drew. I think it's great to see she's on this show, and I think Drew is worth coming back next season. I really do. She's funny. So Drew tells her, "Bit, my marriage is perfect," and I'm like, "Perfect where? In a frame? In a photo?" You have to be talking about that because you ain't talking about it. It's not perfect at all, girl. Okay, because you still over here pressed about him going to Tampa and not telling you no tea about it. Okay, so we know you lying there. Then she said my hairline. I said hairline is perfect. Your hairline, or do you have a line of hair coming out? Because they ain't been great. Now the last episode I can appreciate it. But let's not act like that, girl. Let's not act like you got it going on. Now your kids may be perfect right now. They may be perfect. They may be perfect. I'll give you that on the kids, but you're not gonna play us with this hairline and this husband. Okay, those are two H's we're not gonna give you, girl. We're not gonna do that at all. So then Portia says, well, let me just let Toya finish, okay? Because Toya didn't finish what she was saying. Let me just let Toya go ahead and talk. So Toya says that, you know, it was her quote was listed exact in the article. She's like, how else would they get my quote? So she's believing that Kenya was the one that leaked the information to page 6, but actually it was Miss Candy that leaked the information to page 6. Okay, and y'all know Candy is definitely a person that loves to give the tea but don't want to get a recipe. Okay, she be out here trying to hide the recipe, but she be out here dropping tea, you know, like this person did this, you know, just little subliminal things that she say. Okay, but be like, it wasn't me. Like, just stop bringing it up. Stop talking about it. Well, Candy, you was the main one that was at the farm pushing the page 6 article in everybody's face. Look here, you get a look, you get a look, you get a look, you get a look. Like, just out here giving it to everybody, girl. So that was on you. That wasn't Kenya. So you can't say nothing about Kenya this time. That was you. So, and like I said, I do believe Candy is getting back at Portia as for, you know, the stuff she did a few years ago. Toya goes on to tell the ladies that because they're asking like, why didn't you say this to Kenya? Like, what's that about? She said she didn't address it with Kenya because she felt like Kenya was going through a lot. And goes on to tell them about the divorce and the alimony. And then Drew says, well, wait a minute, you may want to be careful about how you share her information. Well, I'm just letting you know, just to be a little careful about that, okay? Toya didn't give a damn. She continues to go on and on telling this lady business. And see, that's a bitch I can't get with. Now, see, Candy just did this not too long ago, last week, in front of Don Juan, in front of Ty, and with Toya. And here it is, Toya over here doing it with the people that she don't even like. Or the people that don't like her. It's like, girl, I can't wait to see next week's episode because Toya is a get in where I can fit in as BIT. And that was just shady. Like, if Kenya wants them to know, she'll let them know. It may be in the blogs or whatever, but you don't have to tell them that. Like, you didn't have to give this lady's information out. I just didn't think that was fair at all. So, Portia tells her, like, girl, you can't go to church with me, honey. If this how you is, you can't go to church with me because you're going to go up there on the stage and you're going to mess around and you're going to be talking about your tea and you're going to mess around and spill mine. And I can't have that at all. Okay? Portia tells Toya she isn't sure about her because she's coming around, like you coming around trying to be my friend, but then you out here giving information to a person that's not even cool with one of the friends that you do have. So it's a bit, it's shaky for me. It's a bit sketchy. Like, I don't really know how to take you right now. And Portia also tells her that, what else did Portia? I can't remember what else Portia tells her. But the thing is, you talk so fucking much. And I will never give you none of my information at all. Like, that's not cool. So Portia's trying to ask her questions or whatever. Like, are you cool with this? Like, are you cool with your friend doing what they're doing? And I don't know if I can really trust you with how you coming at me and you telling me their business or whatever. And she asking Toya questions, but Toya's just like, I don't know. It was like she wasn't paying attention to her or something. And Portia was just like, okay, got you. Noted. Like, we'll never be cool. Like, I can't with you at all. And I don't blame that. I don't really want to see Toya next season. I don't really want to see her. She's one housewife that shouldn't come back. But okay. Let me see what the comments are saying real quick. 1 second. Let me go up. The wedding is about Cynthia, not Portia. She is projecting, definitely projecting. Okay, and also just feeling guilty. I think about the actions that happened at back in South Carolina. Tierra, Portia was married before. Apparently, she didn't learn the first time. Apparently not. Apparently not. Shamia better stop taking up for Portia. I think it's okay to take up at times, but when Portia's sitting there, you be quiet. Like you ain't. She don't need you to take up for her in her presence all the time. Like if she ain't there, then that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But Shamia, I mean, she just be trying to show how much of a ride or die she is. She be trying to fight every day to show her love to Portia, and it's like, okay, Portia gonna leave you out there hanging in a minute. She's done it before. She's done it before. She'll do it again. I don't know why Drew talks about people's marriages like she has a Russell Wilson. I don't understand. I don't understand either. He's far from a Russell. Okay, far from that. It's giving delusions vibe. It's giving delusions with a side of fries, Miss Drew. It is. Bonnie disagreed with me because I said Portia shouldn't have effed on her job. Yeah, I don't think she should have. I don't think Portia should have effed on her job. I don't think so. And I mean, I could see if it was like I said, like if it was like couples or something like that, and that was expected. Like, yeah, but we didn't expect like we expected the stripper to strip, but we didn't expect the stripper to fuck her. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's supposed to be like people should feel comfortable with their sexuality, and that's fine. Yeah, feel comfortable with your sexualness and all that stuff, but also be mindful of where you are. And if you're gonna be quiet, you all loud and shit, everybody can hear your tea and stuff like that. So it's like, girl, because even Candy was in her room across the hall, like or down the hall, and she heard it. So nah, I think that I disagree. I think Portia shouldn't have did that. And then if you did it, own it, and don't be mad when people keep trying to bring it up and talk about it. Toya runs her mouth too much. Indeed, she does. Drew is doing too much sometimes. I think she's trolling us with the wigs. Not trolling us with the wigs. Toya also doing too much all the time. I was saying, Toya, hush your mouth. Please hush. Please sit in the corner. I actually don't want to. Oh, you don't want to see Drew or Toya next season. Oh, I love Drew. Drew gives Phaedra vibes. Okay, maybe that's why, because I love Phaedra. She was definitely my fave on the show. Um, she said her marriage was perfect. Yes, she did, girl. It was amazing. Portia don't love nobody but Portia. 1000%. I agree with that. So Cynthia, it's the day of the wedding. She's a bit stressed out. Okay. We find out that her dad is not going to be at the wedding. She's a bit relieved by that because she didn't want to put that pressure on her mom or anything like that. So she's kind of glad that her dad won't be at the wedding. All right. All of the ladies, excuse me, are getting cute. Everybody's getting cute. We see Kenya, Candy. Did we see Eva? I can't remember if we saw Eva, but all of the ladies are getting cute. Cynthia is getting cute. I did not like Cynthia's dress. In the photos, the dress is very cute. But when I saw her standing up on stage, I felt like the dress and all of the accents and all the decorations on the dress took away from her shape. Okay, her body shape. And I didn't like that at all. I wasn't feeling it. All that sheerness, but everything under the sheer we saw was nude, and we saw the nude where he stopped and it stopped, like where he started and stopped. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me at all. But if that's what she liked, when she took her photos, she looked gorgeous. I loved Mike Hill's jacket. I loved on the inside of the jacket how he had the image of him and Cynthia. Love that. Portia looked gorgeous, beautiful, best dress goes to Portia. She did that. Okay. She came to make a statement with Dennis, and she meant everything that she said. Oh, you're gonna hear me. You're gonna hear me, you're gonna see me. Even when I ain't talking, you're gonna hear what it is going on with Miss Portia. And she looked great. Okay. Makeup, hair, dress, everything. Portia said, I may not be getting married, but you gonna think that I did. Okay, you gonna think this is my wedding. Okay, and she did that. She did a great job. She looked really good. Let's move on. Okay, Drew called Cynthia. Drew called Cynthia to let her know, like, girl, I won't be able to make it. I can't. Well, I'm gonna make it to the wedding, but I can't sing. And Cynthia was like, at this point, I don't even give a girl. We just glad that you're gonna be here, girl. You ain't even gotta sing. Save that voice, girl. We know that you used all the notes that you had when you were sitting down with Kenya. Okay, all your notes, you were so busy singing to Kenya that you ain't have time, or you ain't have the right vocal cords for me, and that's okay. Okay, go over there, and that's fine. Just sit in the corner. And she came, and they sat, and her man was there, and it was all good. Okay, everything starts to come together. But as Cynthia is walking through the space, I just felt like overwhelmed. I felt overwhelmed for her. Before the wedding got started, she going here, they asked her how you doing and stuff, and she's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm like, bitch, I would have been a chicken with my head cut off running around that bed. Like, I would have been going crazy. It just seems like it was so much going on, but she looked fine, and I think she probably was at peace. Like, they showed us a flashback of her previous wedding when her sister and them hid the marriage license and all this stuff. So I think she had, that's why she was at more peace. She's getting close to the fairy tale of what she wanted, and she's really marrying. She feels great about entering the marriage with Mike than she did with Peter. She wasn't sure about the marriage with Peter, but she knew that was something she wanted to do, so she just did it. But now I think that's what gave her the peace. It's like, you know what, I'm about to go be with this man. Like, this is who I want to spend the rest of my life with. Like, it gave her some type of calmness. So that's what's up. Now, Portia and so all in all, they did the vows. Everything was nice. We saw them dancing and all of that. It was a packed house. Everybody had on their masks. I refuse to believe that not a single person left that wedding and did not have COVID. I refuse. Can't nobody tell me that. You're not gonna tell me that. Can't no mother tell me that at all. I think they indeed caught something. They definitely caught something. They just didn't say it. We didn't hear too much about it, but it was just too many people there. Too many. Girl, you ain't finna. No. So moving on. The wedding was great. They did their thing. Congratulations to Mike and Cynthia. Let's move on to Portia, right? Portia go out to eat with Dennis. I ain't get shit from this goddamn meeting. But I want y'all to make a decision. Nothing was resolved at all. Like, y'all gonna be together or y'all not? What y'all gonna do? What y'all doing? What's up? What's going on? Which one is gonna be? What it is, what it was, what it's gonna be, what's up, and I say 1 minute. Because y'all out here wasting our time. That's what y'all doing. Okay. I think Dennis put that, she wanted to talk about that post saying that it was a single, he was single as fuck. But I think Dennis said that because I think they even mentioned that, like, was it because of the rumors, right? Was it the rumors? Yeah, it was. It was because of the rumors. Okay. Dennis probably was like, well, shit, at least I fucked a girl I knew. Dennis probably was like, at least somebody I knew. You ain't even know this man, and you just out here just But then again, shit, she ain't really know me, and you just good night. That's probably what the hell it was going on. Okay, but I think Dennis was feeling a way about that. Their relationship has been so in the gray area because Portia wants to have that primary DIC that she F on, but she don't want the extraness of what comes with it because she wants to continue to punish Dennis for his actions and everything that he's done. And it's like, Portia, at some point you're gonna have to just woman up. Either you're gonna be with this man or you're not gonna be with him, and understand that either decision you choose to make is okay because it's your decision and you're the one that made it, and ain't nobody else got to live with that but you. Okay, so that's what I want her to do. I feel like nothing was really resolved. He was telling her, like, girl, you too old for this, like, you 40, and she was like, I'm not 40. He's like, either way, we too old for this bullshit. Okay, and I really think that he was talking about the fiasco that took place in South Carolina. I think that's what he was talking about, her being too old for all of that. And it's like, well, if she's too old, then you too old too. Okay, because whether you knew the person you were smashing or not, you shouldn't have been smashing them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, both of y'all too old, and now y'all got this kid, but I just feel like nothing was resolved between the two. Like, I don't even remember I ain't even write a lot of notes about what all they ass was talking about because it went nowhere. Portia feels like, oh, if we ain't had this baby, we wouldn't be together or whatever. Y'all probably wouldn't. Why would you? You would have nothing to tie you to this man. You just holding on because that's your daughter's dad. Like, and then she tries to say, so I think she said, like, I don't want her to have a bad relationship and with men as she grows up because of how you and I are. I'm like, she not gonna have, I don't think she's gonna have a bad relationship with men, because here's the difference, and it's no shade to Portia at all. Portia lost her father at an early age, so you didn't have that male guidance. And Dennis may be able to give your daughter that male guidance if he's still around, living, and because I think he's gonna be still gonna be an active father in her life, but he don't have to be with you to do it. Y'all don't have to argue. You don't have to choose to, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And then some women have their dads in their lives and they still go out here and do whatever the hell they want to do too. So some part of it is like, you can't really say what the hell gonna happen when your child get older. They may rebel and do the hell they want to do. But all in all, stop using that baby as a damn excuse. Either you want to be with this man or you don't want to be with this man, and you need to figure it out. Go this way, go that way, whatever way you want to go. Okay, she's bringing up the fact that they don't live together. He was like, yeah, because you done put me out 3 damn times. I'm not gonna go to nobody's house time and time trying to move in, and you done put me the hell out. Okay, in addition, Dennis didn't want to be out there no way. As far as where Portia lives, he wanted to be closer to the city side. They couldn't even come together on an agreement of whether they both can move into their own home together, maybe rent both of their homes out or sell their homes, move to a location that's going to give them both what they need. Okay, him closer to the city, yet not so close to the city or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't even come together on that. So I don't know. And when they did the cheers, it was like whatever Portia said went in one ear, went out the other. He was like, cheers. They drunk alcohol or whatever, took a shot, and I was like, okay, this shot gonna lead them straight to the bed, because that's what they're gonna do. They argue and then they go and they have amazing sex or whatever kind of sex they have, and then that's just that. So they going nowhere fast, and that's just where they at. But that's all I got. Nothing else really too much happened for me on the show. Let me go in and check out some of the comments before I go. Some of the last few comments. Yeah, Portia definitely served. Portia looks so good. She would have had to leave my wedding. Not leave my wedding, honey, because she looked that good. Not leave the wedding. List of things Portia did in that dress. That, period. She did. She did. I would have turned Portia. I would have turned Portia because at BC at the door, Heifer, I'm gonna call you later. I ain't gonna lie, Portia looked good that day. She did. She looked great. She always looked good for the most part. Like her or not, Portia looked good. She did. Candace Paula, hey, bitch. Yes. So this is why Portia is acting that way. She's playing this back and forth with Dennis and wants to reconcile. Yeah. And I also think Dennis was really upset about the fiasco that happened in South Carolina. I really do. And he finally got one up on her because Portia has been holding grudges and she has been punishing him over and over and over and over for his actions. So when they got back from South Carolina, and Portia told Drew, I'm learning from my actions that, I keep writing him about this, that, and the other. Yeah, you're learning from your actions now after this damn scandal done hit. That's what you mean, because now the ammunition that you were using against him, he now has the same ammunition to use against you. Okay? And guilt trip you and make you feel away when you was trying to make him feel away about everything. Talk about, I don't know who you smashing. Okay, you say you ain't dating nobody, but is you effing or whatever? And it's kind of like, do it matter? Shit, you just went down there and fucked on who you don't. So do it matter? It shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't. Y'all just need to figure out the foundation from now moving forward. Is it going to be a relationship or is it just going to be co-parenting? And y'all need to build off that. Because, girl, it's a little too late for that. Somebody said they were playing footsie down to the Instagram 2 days ago. Oh, to my Portia and Dennis. I don't believe Portia and Dennis ever broke up. I wouldn't be surprised if they never did. And Portia's just telling that to other people. Why else would she feel the need to keep having these sit downs with this man? Because they was never broken up. Oh, somebody said, I don't think Portia wants Dennis. I think she do. I think she does want him. I really do. And Dennis is right up her alley. He's just her type. I think she do want him. I think the conclusion was that they still continue to be broken up and to improve their communication for co-parenting. I ain't get that. I ain't get that. You may be right. I got nothing. Dennis mad about Portia's Bolo story, definitely, of course. Portia realizes that they are now square and she is mad because she squandered her ace in in the hole. Good night. So yeah, he now has the ammunition to go after her as he sees fit. So girl, should have been a little more careful than that, okay? But that's all I got, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed this live recap of Married to Medicine and Real Housewives of Atlanta. Don't forget to check out my other live recaps of Bell Collective as well as Love and Marriage Huntsville. Be sure to like the video. Make sure your notification is on. Your notification bell is on. And also be sure to subscribe and share my videos. Let me just see real quick what these last few comments are. Bolo said he ain't have sex with them ladies. Okay, yeah. And Marcel also said that he has not cheated on Tisha. Let's see what else. I don't think they broke up because she said on the couch before Bolo started, we are gonna leave our men tonight. Funky was on her breakdown last night. Simone said Heavenly House was nasty on Real Housewives. Not Real Housewives, but Watch What Happens Live. Embarrassing. He's rich. Of course, Dennis is Portia's type. I love my shirt. Yay! I love the shirt on YouTube, Kay. Kay got a hey big shirt for me. So if you guys want to get any merch or anything from me, do check out my website, which is jamithatsme.com. I am going to be working on candles as well. I know I had a few winners of last month's candles competition that I put out. So I'm definitely going to still be getting those out to you all that won. But if you want to get any merch or anything, like I said, jamithatsme.com, and I'll let you guys know whenever my candles are up for purchase as well. Let's see. Thank you, Rock and Royalty. I don't know what that was. Okay, yeah. So that's all I got, y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.